Okay, this is a bonus section, and this is assuming that you're already familiar with all the things that we've done. This will make your workflow a little easier, I think, if problems arise that you don't know what to do with. So I've got 5 things to show you here. One is kind of cool. Now we have our clips here in our video, right? Okay. And I showed you before how you could export from your card using QuickTime. You can also export clips, from just single clips, without putting them on the timeline or anything from iMovie. So here's how you do. I'm just going to highlight this one. And now I'm going to go up to File, Share. Now watch this. We're going to go to File like we always do. But look, here's clip 21. And I think you can figure out the rest. We'll just, you can choose your resolution and all that. And that's a really cool way to export just a clip. So there we go. So the next thing I want to show you is back in your projects. So let's go up here to navigate to our projects. And remember, we had made a duplicate of this when we wanted to just make something entirely from iMovie. The content contained within the application iMovie. So that was what this was. And this is, you should really understand about this duplication process, and I wanted to do it again. If you need to duplicate a project for any reason, like save this version so that you can continue editing in a new way, but save all the other, you really need to know how to duplicate it. So you need to make sure you have these icons like you see here, and then just go and File, Duplicate Movie right there. Or the easier way is to highlight it and press the Control to get the sub-menu of Duplicate Project. It's also Command D. So there we go. Very important to know. So let's just double-click this so we'll have it. By the way, did you see how I got that back? I just double-clicked it. Okay. Now, here's something that may come up. Remember, we have limitations in iMovie. And one of the things is that we cannot stack titles. Remember, it won't do it. So, but what if you did, you just absolutely needed to have another stacked title on there? Well, here's how you would do it. You would just simply go in here and export, which is share to File. And here, you can understand how this works, and we would export that out in whatever resolution. And then import it back in there. So here we have, this is one that I've already done, and I'm going to just drag it in here. Now we haven't done that before. So I'm going to just drag that clip in that I've already exported, and look, it's the same clip, virtually identical.
My name's Alexis Brown.
But now we could do things here that we couldn't do before, see? So there you go. That's a way that you can kind of a workaround on the fact that you can't stack titles or videos. So keep that in mind. But also remember, very, very important, listen up. I'm going to get rid of this title. You can't go back and fix these titles like you can here. Okay, this is already exported out. Everything here is written in stone. People continually try and re-import these back and then think they can change the title, but you can't. It has to be in this format rather than this. But here's something that's really useful. Let's go back to our media and let's find a clip here that we're just going to take a little bit. How about this guy right here? So I'm going to take just a little bit, and I'm going to do E for a pen and put him at the end. Now, this is really useful. It's reframing, and you pretty much have to reframe a lot of your clips so that they will so that the composition will be right. So how do you reframe? So we've got our clip selected here. So we're going to go. This is not so intuitive, but it's in the cropping area, and it's going to be crop to fill. Now we've already done this once, but this bears repeating. So all I'm going to do is going to resize this area, and of course inside the area is not grayed out. and it's going to maintain the aspect ratio. There's nothing you can do. And those guides that appear, like that's telling you that's half, that's the horizontal, and that's telling you that's the middle vertical there. So let's just say we wanted to really zoom in on this guy, and this is a very useful trick, and let's get him framed in there right. So what do you think is going to happen? It's going to expand this area to fill the entire thing. So we're going to accept that. And there we go. So if you play that through.
Atkins, and I am originally from Tampa.
And this is a real useful little tool if you want to just change the angle of the talking head. For instance, look at this. So let's see.
Tampa, Florida.
Okay, so right where he quit, I'm going to split it by Command B. And let's go back here. And we're going to go back in our crop thing. And it's still on crop to fill. Now let's put him right back to where he was and do this. So let's see what happens when that plays through.
From Tampa, Florida.
So that's kind of cool if you want to just change angles. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to show you is what's called snapshotting, and that's really, really useful for these projects. And all that does is it gives you a way to make an image of anything that you can see on the computer screen. Okay, so here's just my desktop screensaver. I'm holding down Shift Command 4, let up. Now, see how the cursor turned to that? And I'm just clicking and dragging, but don't let up on the mouse. Hold down the space bar and you can move the box around, but just drag with the mouse to resize. Hold down the space bar to put the box where you want it, then release and snap. You've got a screenshot, and here it is, which you can import back into your project. And anything you can see, you can do this. A very, very powerful thing to know.